This is something that happened to me when I was about 15 years old and was staying at my friend's house. I still get spooked just thinking about it, and I thought I might share it now. I think it was Saturday when we were watching old movies, playing video games, or whatever, when he suggested that we go for a walk in the forest near his house. I was bored and I thought, why not? He said there was some old abandoned house in the woods, which I had never been to or heard of before. I thought that was pretty cool, and he told me he could show me around. We headed out and I brought a flashlight because it was getting dark. We walked through a trail surrounded by some unusually tall trees. This trail was getting deeper and deeper into the woods and was not seeing much more than tall grass, stones, and trees. We had walked for around 30 or 40 minutes when it started getting really dark. I think I asked him if he was sure we were going the right way, when I suddenly noticed a small Dutch colonial-style house peeking out behind the trees. It was white, and I think it had some kind of porch in front of it. It appeared deteriorated and abandoned from the outside. I turned around and noticed that my friend wasn't there anymore. I thought he was playing around with me, so I just casually kept walking towards the house and pretended like I didn't care. I looked through one of the windows and didn't see anything, but I heard a distinctive sounding giggle from above me. The weird thing was that it definitely sounded like a middle-aged woman laughing, not like my friend. I was a bit frightened and I called out my friend's name, and he didn't answer. I was scared and angry, so I yelled his name really loud. The next thing that happened is only what I can describe as all hell broke loose. I heard a woman crying and wailing loudly and letting out these deep, horrifying, guttural screams. I didn't even know where it came from, but I was too terrified to do anything besides running, and I ran straight through the woods. Occasionally I tripped over rocks and trees, and I cut up a big scar on the back of my lower leg. I reached a road after running for what I think was maybe 15 minutes, and some car stopped by. The guy was nice enough to drive me home and asked me if I needed help because I was bleeding all over. Here's the kicker though. I checked my phone and my friend had sent me 2 messages asking me why I left and where I was. I was happy that he was alive and asked him if he was still in the woods. He didn't know what I was talking about and said he had been at home the whole time. I thought he was joking, but I saw that the first 2 messages were sent around the time when we should have been in the woods already. It's been many years since then, and we are not hanging around anymore, but he maintained for a long time that he didn't go into the woods with me, and that he was home the whole time when I suddenly just left without warning while he was in the bathroom. He said he didn't know about any house in the woods either. My mind would go to more rational explanations if it wasn't for the fact that he messaged me, asking where I was while we were still out in the woods.